call. Yes. Mhm. It is 3:10. Yeah. And had quite a bit to do this afternoon, but I'm somewhat concerned that my sons haven't called me. Yeah. I did rewrite that email that I sent to approximately 2,000 email addresses, and I didn't get any response. And I was kind of messing around on the Washington State Court website where you search for different court cases. Yeah. And I found that there was 15 different Superior Court hearings. And then I really thought about the fraud and the forgery and the refusal to enforce the laws, and I thought, well, maybe we should go through those and find out if you did everything according to the actual requirements of the law. Now, I know you just don't want to admit that you as a judiciary haven't been doing what the law requires. Yeah. And as the named respondent, I've been informing you for 3 years that my rights are being violated. But you didn't want to acknowledge that. You didn't want to acknowledge the civil rights of American citizens. Yeah. Now, I found this interesting. Yes. On July 22nd of 2011, yes, case number 112-00671-1, the hearing time was 8 a.m. Domestic violence anti-harassment order. Yes. And then there was another hearing of the same case number. Yeah. At 8 a.m. Now, maybe they put 8 a.m. for all of those. I thought it was probably 9 a.m., but I don't know why every court case had an 8 a.m. unless they were all morning hearings. Yeah. And just looking at it, okay, domestic violence anti-harassment, domestic violence anti-harassment. Now, I actually have the Superior Court case summary from those Superior Court hearings. Yes, because there must be something unique about that. Hearing search results. Yes. Now, the July 22nd, 2011 hearing. Yes. Was the reissuing of a temporary protection order. But I didn't get actual notice of that hearing. I wasn't a resident of the state of Washington. And you decided to reissue a temporary protection order without any due process to myself. Now, the initial, yes, on July 8th, 2011, where she petitioned the court for a protection order, yes. Then there was a temporary order for protection, yes. And then you had the court hearing on July 22nd of 2011, yeah. I didn't get notice of that hearing, and I thought that there was an RCW that said that you have to give notice of court hearings, yes, to the respondent. Now, this says the court finds based upon the court record, yes. The court has jurisdiction over the parties, minors, and subject matter. Respondent had reasonable notice and an opportunity to be heard. Notice of the hearing was served on the respondent by personal service, service by mail, service by publication, and that the respondent received actual notice of the hearing. Yeah. Then the respondent was or was not present at the hearing, and then the order was issued in accordance with the full faith and credit provisions of the VAWA. But these Superior Court hearings, I don't see that any of that happened. The respondent did not get reasonable notice and an opportunity to be heard. Notice of the hearing was not served on the respondent by personal service, service by publication, or service by mail. The respondent did not receive actual notice of the hearing. Yeah. The The respondent was not present at the hearing, and the order was not issued in accordance with the full faith and credit provisions of the Violence Against Women's Act. At that time, I was on probation on Guam. Yes. And there was no contact provisions of the personal recognizance. Yes. I was out of jail after, it was one day before my 41st birthday, July 12th of 2011. Yes. They let me out of jail because my wife had called the police on July 2nd of 2011. She had purchased plane tickets without my knowledge and abducted my sons from from the Guam Airport Hotel. Now, it's been 7 years and 4 months, approximately 2,100,000 emails and about 15,000 videos. And it seems that the actual requirements of the law. Can you tell me, Sheriff, what the problem is? I did not get notice and an opportunity to be heard. Now, at that time, I didn't really understand about the guaranteed right to due process. Yes. In fact, serving me on Guam after you issued the protection order, yes, you didn't have actual jurisdiction